Hi everybody, in this video I'm gonna talk about some basic in Scikit-learn module and working with uh, loading a data frame and be familiar with features of this data frame. The first exercise is write a Python program to load this data frame. So this data frame, this CSV file is located in my Google Drive. So this would be the directory of this iris CSV file. So in order to load this data frame, I can work with pandas feature. I imported pandas as PD. So PD read CSV, and here we can actually work with, we can insert the directory of the CSV file. Then it asks us to print the shape of the data. So we can write data and shape. So data shape, and also we wanted to print the type of the data. We can say type data, and also the first 3 rows, which we can say data head 3. So let's run and see. Okay, here the data shape is 150 rows and 5 columns. The data type is, it is panda class pandas frame data frame, and the data, the first 3 rows, row 0, 1, 2, and these are the columns for the first 3 rows. The next exercise is write a Python program using Scikit-learn to print keys, number of rows, column, future names, and description of the iris data. So that's easy because with the data info, we can show all these information. You just need to write data info, and that's it. So if you run, you see that these are kind of the whole description of these data frame. So it also shows the number of rows, columns, and the first 4 and the first 5 and the last 5 rows of these data frame. Exercise 3, write a Python program to get the number of observations and missing values. So for this task, I can create a variable index and then write data index, because it's gonna show us the number of, it's gonna show us the number of observation. If I print the index, or if I print the length of the index, then that would show us, okay, close the parenthesis, yeah, 150, the number of observation, number of rows. And also we wanted to get the number of non-values. In order to do this, we can say non-value equals data is null, and then we wanted the summation of these non-values, right? Because summation means the total length of these non-values. If I print non-values, then yeah, it shows that, okay, 150 is for the number of observation and number of non-values for each column. First column, second column, third column, fourth column, and fifth column has 0 non-values. Exercise 4, write a program, write a Python program to create a 2D array with ones on diagonal and zeros as well. That's an identical matrix. So array would be numpy, because it asks us to write a numpy array, right? But we ask, okay, then convert numpy array. So numpy, identical matrix, and 4. So it's gonna create an array 4 by 4 matrix. So we wanted to convert this NumPy to a SciPy sparse matrix. So that's why we imported SciPy, from SciPy import sparse. So then we can use sparse matrix here. So we can say that sparse matrix sparse dot csr matrix. The input is this array, and we can print the output, which is a sparse matrix here. Yeah, so this would be a sparse matrix. Let me show the array matrix just to know. Yeah, the array matrix is 4 by 4, ones on diagonal, zeros elsewhere, but the sparse matrix is the same matrix but in different shape. Exercise 5, write a Python program to view basic statistical details like percentile, mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, everything. In order to do this, we can write data describe. Yeah, with the data describe, we can get all these information, like for each column, count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, and different values for percentile, and also the maximum value for each column. So exercise 6, write a Python program to get observation of each species for iris data. So in order to do this, we can say that print data species. Yes. This is the name of the header for the column including these species, and then we wanted value counts, and if we run, we see there would be 3 species, and for each species we have 50 observation. So here, name of species. Then the last exercise, write a Python program to access the first 4 cells. To access the first 4 cells, we can work with iloc function, which is kind of allocation. Here we wanted to say 0 to 4 because the first 4 cells, and for the columns 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we want their values. And print x. Here we see that the first 4 cells, and these are columns 1, 2, 3, and 4. We didn't show the column 0. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed.